G'day guys, welcome back. Welcome to Pouring Your Heart Out. Thanks so much for joining me today. I am going to try something a little bit new today. I have been watching a few videos by a lady called Tara Lombardi. In Australia we pronounce it Tara. In the States I think you say Tara maybe, but anyway, hi Tara. So kind of a cloud pearl pour. So yeah, I wrote down her list of ingredients. I hope she doesn't mind me having a go. Let me know, Tara, but hopefully she doesn't mind. Check out her YouTube channel. So there's a few people that are doing these. I think Melly D was probably the first one. Elise, how do you pronounce her name? Fournier, Dwight Paul, Sarah Taylor. Hey everybody from over down under. So anyway, doing all these sort of cloudy pearl pours. So I'm going to have a go, jump on the bandwagon. So I've taken the recipe from Tara and just changed it a little bit because my Australian Floetrol is thinner than the US Floetrol. So this is my base, my white base, 3 parts Floetrol, and I've just changed it all to 300 grams. In the States you could do 3 ounces. Artist Loft White, 200 grams, GAC 800, 100 grams, Satin Enamels, 50 grams, Liquitex Pouring Medium, 50 grams, and water. I've halved the water because of my Floetrol being thin. All right, so that's all in there. Mixed it all up, and that's going to be my white base. Oops, bottom of my container was dirty. It's just a pre-loved canvas. I think it was a swipe. Now, for the colours, there's 2 ways you can do it. But you start with your basic pouring medium. 500 grams of GAC, 800 to 500 grams of Floetrol. So I've mixed that up in there. And then this is what I use for the paint. So if you're using thin paints, you can hear that, like these ones, the golden fluid, it's these 2 here, 180 grams of this, 6 ounces, to 15 grams of that, half an ounce. That's these 2. That's what Tara did. So that's what I'm going to do. Now this one, where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Where did I put it? Where did I put you? Paint? Oh, I don't know what I've done with it now. Oh, God, it's right here, silly woman. It's this one. It's the golden. It's also golden, but it's not a fluid. It's a thick one. So kind of like Liquitex Basics, Amsterdam, Montmartre, that sort of thing. Heavy body. So anyway, 150 grams of this. 30 grams, which is 5 ounces, 150 grams, 5 ounces, you divide it by 3. 1 ounce of that, 30 grams, and then I've added 30 grams of water as well, 1 ounce of water. So there's no mound. If I bring, I've got 2 cups, woohoo, 2 for 1 special. If I lift my stick to about the same height as the top of the cup there, there's no mound. It just kind of makes a little dip. Doesn't really leave a trace. And I've got it to the same consistency as these 2 because these 2, I'm assuming, are right. Although what I've got in here is the Australian Floetrol, so it might be a little bit thin. So I don't know. Look, I'm just going to try it. If it doesn't work, then I'm going to have to change it up a little bit because my Floetrol is thinner. But let's have a go and see how it works, because that's the only way I'm going to know is by trying it. So that's, what did I say? That's the Payne's Grey. This one is the Manganese Blue Hue. And then that one is Interference Silver. I actually just had these. I bought them years ago and never really did anything with them. I have ordered an interference gold. Gee, they're expensive. So anyway, I've ordered that, and when it comes, we'll have a go. So here we go. And get the lid off. Pour this on. Whoops. I just found it easier to make up a big batch, because I'm going to be trying this a few times. I'm not just going to do one and say, okay, that's it, because I'm not really expecting the first one to work, because, you know, it never does it? The first ones never work. I don't think they do anyway. I'll be very lucky if it did work first time. So let's cover the canvas. Look at all the bubbles, because I gave it such a good shooken up. Gave it a good shake up. I don't want to lose too much of it. It's expensive ingredients. Let's not waste it. But we do need to cover the corners. And hopefully that's just enough. When I was pouring my GAC 800 out, because it's old, it's been sitting there for years, some lumps went into this, and I thought, oh my gosh, lumps. Oh, I haven't got a cloth. I might have to go and get a cloth. I'll just use paper towel for now. Wipe my hands. All right, so that's my sides covered. I won't worry about covering them too much, because I am going to tilt again. Let's put the lid on that one so I don't knock it over and spill it. Now, because of all the bubbles, I might just give them a bit of a torch. Just because I made the mixture up last night, but then I gave it a good shake. I wasn't quite sure if the White Artist Loft would mix in properly. I'm just grabbing it. So what I did was I poured all my ingredients into here, including the white. I just plopped it in there, and then I just shook this up. So I'm hoping that it's been mixed up properly. I hope so. All right. So I'm just trying to remember what she did, what Tara did. I've got a lot of paint here. I'm not going to need it all, that's for sure. I think she did the puddles, because she wanted as far as I know, she wanted the interference to go over the top. Am I getting any reactions yet? Normally you can see the reactions along the edges there if it's going to happen. Can't see anything just yet. And then that one. Hope it's enough. And then this one over the top. Puddle over the top. Okay. Alrighty. Nothing's really happening around the edges yet. So I don't know. So basically what I want to do is want this silver to cover the whole surface. So let's move it around, but not off just yet. Get that silver spreading. So I want it to cover. Oh, look, starting to work along the side. Something's happening. Something's happening. All right, let's go off. So we want the silver to cover the whole canvas. And it's probably a little bit thick there. See, I'm not quite sure how much to use just yet. All right, bring it back to the middle. Missed that corner. All right, now, is anything going to happen? This is where the pearls are supposed to pop up. Pearls, can you hear me? This is where you're supposed to pop up. Is anything happening? Maybe I've left too much on still. Let's take a little bit more off. Maybe it's a bit thick still. which I hope it's going to work, because I've made up a lot of pouring medium. Right, where's my torch? Let's see. Let's see if anything's going to happen. I would have thought if it was going to happen, it would have done it by now, but it doesn't seem to be working like hers did. So I don't know what I've done wrong. Nothing's really happening. Like when I do pearl pours, you know, the pearls are jumping out straight away. So yeah, not really happening, that's for sure. I wonder if my mix is too thin. See, this is the thing, like I don't know if it's too thick, if it's too thin. I just don't know. Alright, I'm just going to pour over the top of this one. I'm going to just pour a puddle into the middle. I'm going to pour that into there, like so. I'm going to pour that into there. And pour a little bit of that into there. And just give it a bit of a swirl around, over, 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 back. I'll just leave that. See if anything wants to happen. No, nothing wants to happen. I don't think, and this is just my opinion, I don't think that the quantity of satin enamels is enough. Personally, like when I do it, what have we got? We've only got half a part of satin enamels. I'd use probably a third satin enamels. Hang on, I'm going to get a cup. And I'm going to pour some of this in, about half a cup I guess, and let's add some more satin enamels to that mix just to see if my theory is correct. Very thin, like it may be too thin, I don't know, just of the Aussie Floetrol being so thin. I mean, I'm getting some little pearls up there, but it's certainly not exploding like it should be. Give that a good stir. She also used Satin Enamels house paint. I'm assuming it's a water-based one. She didn't say whether it was water-based or oil-based, but I'm assuming it's a water-based one. All right, so that's mixed in. Let's have another go. I bought this Satin Enamels a long time ago. And apparently it's a bit hard to get at the moment with everyone doing pearl pours. But yeah, like I said, I bought mine quite a while ago. Then I've had it sitting there, not really using it for anything. Okay, there we go. So that's the thicker Satin Enamels. And let's try again. You can see that blue is kind of reacting, the dark blue is reacting. See, it's kind of spreading underneath. I don't know. I don't know, maybe it's just wishful thinking. All right, let's try this again. Off to the side, but not over just yet. Let's just move it around. Go over, 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 over. Better do that bottom corner there as well, because it's still white. Over. Oh, look at all the white paint that I've lost, that I've wasted. All right, let's have a little look at that. Looks pretty, doesn't it? What if I've left too much paint on? That's the thing, you just don't know how much to leave on. When I do the pearl pours, I have to make sure I don't leave too much on, because then it's difficult for the pearls to pop up through the other colour. Alright, let's give it a torch. This is looking more promising. We're getting a lot more, like these along the side here, they've popped up all on their own. We're getting as many through the silver as we are with the blue. Alright, I'm just going to leave that for a bit, but yay, at least I'm getting some pearls. Cells, clouds. Now I just have to wait and see what they're going to do, how they're going to grow. Because they're not nice and round like I would prefer. Anyway, I'm going to put the camera on pause. I'm going to go and get a cloth and wash up. If I can get my gloves off. And I'll come back to you in about 10 minutes or so and see if anything's happened. Hey, it's only been about 5 minutes. I've just gone and washed my hands. And we're getting more of the pearl clouds coming up. I hope it doesn't take over the whole thing. Like, I really like seeing that little bit of blue. And you can actually see some of the Payne's grey and the blue through all this as well, which is nice. It's nice when you don't get like too many white pearls and then the whole thing is just gone. So yeah, it's looking good. I'm still not sure about the shape of these pearls. I don't think I've got enough Satin Enamels in yet. But look, you can't add too much. I mean, it's only a small jar, you know. I'd go through a jar in 3 paintings, so it's not really cost effective doing it that way. But I'll have to do a little bit more experimenting and see where I've gone wrong here. But I'm just happy that I've actually got the pearls. I may just go back to my own recipe. But look, I wanted to try what everyone else was doing, but we'll see. I might just go back to my own recipe and see how it works. Oops, wrong light. I'm trying to turn my ring light off. All right, let's go and have a look. Let's go and have a little look. It's a bit dark today, but overcast and rainy today. So they're not round. They're more cloud-like. Look at that. That's weird. See, GAC 800 does that. When I'm doing acrylic pouring, GAC 800 makes my cells go a bit odd-shaped. So maybe that's what's doing it. So hopefully it's stopped moving now, stopped growing, because I want to keep some of that blue. And the side that you tilt off last usually has less. I found that when I'm doing my pearl pours, it usually has less effects on the side that you pour from, or you tip last. But anyway, there it is. I'm glad that it worked in the end. I just needed more satin enamels, eh? I might see if I can get some house paint, because but then you end up having to use a lot more as well with the house paint, because satin enamels house paint, because it's not as strong. So I guess it's about the same. So there we go. Leave it at that. Take a photo because it does look a bit dull in here. And yeah, more experimenting will be required. But look, I've still got lots of paint left. So the paint seems to be okay. I just have to work on the base. That was fun though. I like experimenting. Alright, thanks for watching you guys. I will be back with another video real soon. Stay safe. Love you all. Bye for now.